So I've gotten away from this channel for a while, and with COVID, I kind of started it so that people would have a place to come to meet people during COVID out here at the ranch. And with us planning on moving and everything else, and all the reminders recently, and some of you know we had a fire on the place and lost a dear friend of ours. And then my wife, I thought, after my shoulder surgery and losing that friend and all the knee therapy I had in the year, I was really excited for 2023. And then my wife got kicked and came really close to losing her. And I shared before once that we were talking about how as she came out of it, I would leave the hospital and I forgot about praying for the doctors and nurses, for their steady hand, for their patience and stuff. And as time went on, I had to remind myself to come back to that. And I've often said that if you hold a quarter to your eye, you can make that quarter look big and block out the whole world, block out the sun and the light and everything else. But a lot of times we are holding our troubles too close to us. And when I thought I was going to lose my wife was probably the most shooken I've been, but there was a peace in the fear. And I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I knew God was going to work some way through this. Just so blessed that my wife was saved, but it also brought me back to, with the trying times and everything, how much we need Christ and how little it's taught. And we've been working on our own house for a while, so it's harder to share when you're working on our own house and helping our daughter find her walk with Christ. But I'll read you a couple scriptures. Matthew 14:30 says, "But when he saw the strong wind and the waves, he was terrified and began to sink. 'Save me, Lord,' he shouted." 31 says, "Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. 'You have so little faith,' Jesus said. 'Why did you doubt me?'" And so often, I'm reminded time and time again the last couple weeks how small we make God, how little decisions we forget. Teaching my daughter when I want to remind her to pray for those things. Ask Jesus, ask God for them. Are they really important? And just because he says no doesn't mean it is a no, but maybe he's shaping you for something else. Sometimes we see others, and even though we've prayed for their grace and their glory, but why not me, God? When is my turn? And we start to focus on ourselves again. Hebrews 12:2 says, "We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates the perfect faith." And that's really the only way we can focus on, rather than focusing on what others have and what we don't have or what we want, as opposed to us focusing on the Bible and on Jesus and what he would do, and that constant changing of the heart. I'm reminded time and time again, for me, I can believe and I pray and I watch scriptures and we share But if I don't actually open up the book and read, it's not the same for me. We need this book for the armor, for his peace now. So I encourage you, spend a few minutes, read a few passages, open up and start reading one book of the Bible. I guarantee it will change your life little by little. And it's been a while since I've gone straight through it. But I encourage you to at least read some and focus on him and what he would have. The time's coming. Love y'all. Peace out.